Start with the Middle East. Israel has carried out an airstrike in Beirut's southern suburbs, targeting what it says was a Hezbollah militant. The Israeli military reports the strikes hit a major road in the capital, and residents say they heard the roar of warplanes moments before the explosions. Panic swept through the neighborhood as people rushed out of apartment buildings, fearing more attacks. Medical sources say at least 24 people were wounded and taken to nearby hospitals. There has been no immediate response from Hezbollah or Lebanon's health ministry. Meanwhile, senior U.S. official says Israel did not notify us in advance about Beirut's strike. According to them, they were informed immediately after the strike. Following the strike, Lebanese President Joseph Aoun urged the international community to take strong action to halt Israel's attacks on Lebanon. Aoun has emphasized the need for a firm and serious response to protect the country and its people from further violence. The strike comes as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says Israel will continue fighting what he calls terrorism on several fronts. Israel has intensified airstrikes in southern Lebanon in recent weeks, accusing Hezbollah of trying to rebuild military positions near the border. Hezbollah denies the claim and says it has adhered to last year's U.S.-brokered ceasefire terms. Let's listen into what IDF spokesperson Shush Bedrosian has said.
And a short while ago, the IDF attacked the Hezbollah chief of staff in the heart of Beirut, who led the strengthening and arming of the terrorist organization. Prime Minister Netanyahu ordered the attack upon the recommendation of the defense minister and the IDF chief of staff. Israel is determined to act and achieve its goals anywhere and at all times. As Israel continues to strike Hezbollah targets in Lebanon, Prime Minister Netanyahu said this morning at the government meeting that Israel will continue to do everything necessary to prevent Hezbollah from re-establishing its capacity to threaten us. Israel continues to insist on the full enforcement of the ceasefire agreement with Lebanon, while taking steps to ensure our security. We will not allow Hezbollah, the terror organization, to recover and rebuild its strength and threaten Israel from anywhere inside of Lebanon. The terror organization's activities continue to constitute a violation of the understandings between Israel and Lebanon.
Now for this discussion, we welcome Sol Sadka. He's a political commentator, joins us live from Tel Aviv. Thank you very much, Sol, for joining us again. Good to see you. Now, Sol, thank you. Now, Sol, looking at this, what are the political implications of Israel asserting full independence from U.S. approval in its security decision with the situation given and their geography?
I don't know if that's a correct interpretation of what's happened. What Israel has been doing in Lebanon continually since the ceasefire, which is now more than a year in the making in Lebanon, is entirely consistent with the terms of that ceasefire, whereby if the Lebanese are not successfully implementing the ceasefire and disarming Hezbollah, Israel reserves the right to continue treating them, which is what happened today. And yet another one of the long line of Hezbollah chiefs of staff that have been replaced over the past 2 years due to their sudden demise has been eliminated. So it seems. We'll find out.
And
I don't think that is in any way a change of policy from the Israelis at all.
Right, but as U.S. mentioned that they were unaware of these strikes. What do you make of that?
The U.S. might have indeed been unaware of these strikes. The man assassinated is a U.S. designated terror mastermind on a long list of terror watch lists, and it's not clear that Israel has been coordinating any of the strikes that it's been doing on a continual basis against Hezbollah rearmament in Lebanon over the past year at all. The main thing for Israel right now in Lebanon is to continue attriting Hezbollah faster than Hezbollah are able to rearm. And as long as it keeps doing that, Hezbollah will only remain a threat to the Lebanese people. In the end, the Lebanese state can only function if the Hezbollah army no longer exists, exerting control and holding more power than the Lebanese army itself. If the Lebanese army itself continues to be beholden to the Hezbollah army, then Lebanon is not really an independent state and will continue to be a basket case as it has been since the 1970s. And the Israelis, I think I speak for all Israelis, Israel has no beef with the Lebanese people. The relationship between Israel and Lebanon can be fabulous. We have shared natural resources in the Mediterranean Sea that are a trifle, essentially, for Israel, which has much more natural gas and vastly greater GDP. But for Lebanon, would be absolutely game-changing if they could extract that natural resource. The future for Lebanon in peace with Israel is fantastic, but the future for Lebanon under the thumb of Hezbollah continues. Lebanon is currently, after Afghanistan, it is assessed as the second most miserable place in the world to live. Despite its beautiful scenery, its long Mediterranean coast, and tremendous potential in human capital, it's the second most miserable place in the world to live. And that is entirely because of Hezbollah, an Iranian militia that has occupied their lands for 40 years at this point and has totally failed in their mission to destroy Israel. So they turn Lebanon into a basket case. So it would be a weapon against Israel, yet it fails even in that. So we can only pray that Israel attacking the Hezbollah leadership, as is continuing now, is the starting point, perhaps, for the Lebanese themselves to be able to rise up and overcome the final remnants of Hezbollah. Israel itself has not got the will to complete the de-Hezbollahization of Lebanon. The Lebanese people are going to have to do that. It's only in Israel's interest to reduce Hezbollah to the extent that they can no longer attack Israel in a significant way. And it can continue to do that by the continual process of moderate attrition as it has been doing up till now.
And so, as you mentioned that, Israeli people do not have beef with Lebanese people, but these many strikes by Israel targeting Hezbollah also involved some accidental killings or killings of civilians, right? So don't you think those families will not maybe like Israel as their families were killed in these strikes?
I completely agree. Obviously, if when you attack terrorists that have set themselves up inside civilian areas, there's always going to be the chance, despite your best efforts, that uninvolved civilians will lose their lives or be injured. And no doubt their families will not look at Israel kindly. Yet when you look at it within the wider picture, the damage that Hezbollah has done to Lebanon, reducing its GDP to essentially zero, to virtually zero, destroying its currency, about a third of all the people of Lebanon have left. The population of Lebanon is now believed to be about 4 million. Lebanon is being destroyed by Hezbollah. The only way that will stop happening, so big picture, the only way that can stop happening is if Israel helps the Lebanese people to get rid of Hezbollah. I am in touch with many people in Lebanon.
Right,
every one of them, including Shia, who are naturally affiliated to Hezbollah, which is a Shia militia.
So,
want
unfortunately,
Hezbollah gone, and they are grateful for Israel for helping them.
Unfortunately, we're running out of time for this discussion, but thank you very much, Sol Sadka, for